It's October 25th, 2025, and what should have been a season of golden harvests has turned into a scene of devastation. Across China, from Hunan to Shandong, and all the way to Yunnan, relentless floods have swallowed vast stretches of farmland, leaving farmers heartbroken and helpless. The rains didn't just come, they refused to stop. Weeks of downpour turned once thriving crops into soggy ruins. What was supposed to be a year of abundance has become a nightmare buried under layers of mud and water. Fields that should have been filled with laughter, golden rice, and tall, proud corn now lie silent. The air that once smelled of fresh harvest now carries only the scent of decay. Crops have sprouted early, mold has taken over, and even a gentle touch turns the grain to dust. According to Hunan's Meteorological Bureau, rainfall this season broke a 64-year record, with more than 400 millimeters falling since September. That's nearly 3 times higher than last year. For many farmers, this isn't just lost income, it's lost hope. Their hard work, their patience, their dreams, all washed away overnight. In some regions, crop yields have dropped by more than half, even in the areas spared from the worst of it. Autumn was supposed to bring celebration, the joy of harvest, the reward for months of labor. But instead, it brought heartbreak. The fields once filled with life are now silent, waiting for the sun to return and for hope to rise again. In parts of Sichuan, the skies opened up with relentless fury. Rainfall climbed past 800 millimeters. Entire fields disappeared beneath the flood. Compared to last year, rainy days jumped by more than 17, and sunshine barely made an appearance, just 2 hours a day. For farmers, those numbers aren't statistics, they're heartbreak. They mean rotting crops, wasted effort, and dreams washed away in mud. One local summed it up perfectly: a bumper harvest? No. This year's just a bumper disaster. The season that should have been filled with golden fields and the sound of machines at work has turned into a muddy battlefield. Expensive harvesters, once symbols of progress, now sit abandoned, their wheels trapped deep in sludge like iron beasts defeated by nature itself. So, the farmers went back to their roots, literally, kneeling in the mud, pulling each crop by hand, carrying heavy sacks across ruined land. One farmer, Lu Ingli from Zhengyang County, described the agony. For my 28 hectares of peanuts, I had to pull every plant by hand for more than a month. My back hurt so bad, I couldn't stand straight. I took painkillers just to keep going. And when I finally pulled them out, the roots were bare. The peanuts had already fallen off. It broke my heart. It's a painful image. The land still there, but the wealth gone. Stolen not by people, but by the weather itself. Across Hunan, farmers say the cost of labor has doubled, even tripled. Machines cost over 200 yuan per hectare, and hiring people costs more than 210. But with the ground soaked and the air thick with the stench of mold, no one wants the job. In past years, traders came gladly to collect leftover straw for free. But this year, it's all rotted away, worthless, unwanted. This isn't just a bad season. It's a reminder of how fragile farming truly is, and how, when nature turns against you, even the strongest hands can't fight back. We even have to pay people just to clean it up, Lou said, shaking his head. One of his uncles, who manages over 1,000 hectares of farmland, sounded utterly defeated. He said, "I'd rather give up than go on." Those words hit hard, like a chill running straight through your bones, showing just how desperate people can become when pushed to the edge. In Shandong province, Zhang Wenbang stood in the middle of a ruined cornfield, with water reaching up to his waist. "We can't harvest. We can't even step into the fields. The smell is unbearable. Machines don't work. All we can do is wait for the water to drain and hope the rain stops." But the sky doesn't listen, and the struggle doesn't end there. After harvest, farmers face another nightmare: drying their crops. Without sunlight, peanuts have to be dried inside homes, even in bathrooms. Fans and blowers run day and night, but mold keeps spreading. The best peanuts don't sell for what they should. They just sit there, slowly rotting, and we have to throw them away, Lou said, his eyes red with frustration. Reports show cracked shells, black veins, and mold are ruining peanuts at an alarming rate. Prices keep falling, barely covering even the cost of fertilizer. A year that should have brought the highest profits has instead become a heavy debt to bear. Corn farmers are facing the same heartbreaking reality. The harvest has taken a serious hit this year. One local farmer, Zhang Wenbang, says yields have dropped by 200 kilograms per hectare compared to last year. Yet, official reports still talk about a bumper harvest. He laughs bitterly. "That's just to keep people calm," he says. "Right now, soybean farmers are barely getting by. Prices are so low, 0.4 yuan per gene, that we can't even afford to hire workers. We're losing money with every crop we sell. The more we grow, the more we lose." As if that weren't enough, another problem is looming. The planting season for next year's wheat is already at risk. Flooded fields and broken machinery mean if farmers miss the sowing window, the summer harvest could also fail. One bad year could quickly turn into years of struggle. "We need at least 10 sunny days to plant," Zhang explains. "But sunshine feels like a luxury right now." Experts warn that falling winter yields could create a ripple effect, threatening food security for the coming year. This situation exposes just how vulnerable farming is when it depends so heavily on the weather. Many farmers are hoping for aid, but the reality is harsh. Insurance payouts barely cover a fraction of the losses, just 5 yuan per hectare. That's not even enough for a cheap cup of milk tea. One farmer broke down, saying, "We're kneeling in the fields, but all they see are numbers on paper." Once thriving fields are now a sad mix of mud and rotting roots, a stark reminder of how fragile life on the farm can be. What was once celebrated as the miracle of Chinese farming now lies in ruins, cracked and battered by relentless rains. People stare at the sky, unsure who or what to blame: nature, the system, or simply fate. The rain hasn't let up, the fields are still mud-soaked, and farmers are facing an autumn unlike anything anyone alive has seen. 2025 was supposed to be a year of record-breaking harvests, a season of abundance. Instead, hope has turned into hardship. What should have been a plentiful harvest has become a struggle for survival. Fields that once promised prosperity are now swamped. Dreams of success have been washed away by storms, leaving nothing but uncertainty behind. Zhang Wenbang reported that crop yields